Okay, everybody. So it's 7:25 p.m. Sunday night. I don't know what time, what day, April something. I can't even see the board. I don't have my glasses on. So, sorry that I'm sitting here with no shirt on all the time, but I really can't wear. Look, I got wires everywhere, and I'm hooked up to everything here. I can't even move. So, hold on, I gotta fix this thing before it goes off again. Wait a minute. Alright. Make sure all my leads are on here. I can't see. Alright. Anyway, I'm gaining weight in this hospital because I'm just sitting here. My muscles are getting weaker, but I'm getting fat. I was not this big when I came in here. Plus, all you can do is like try to eat, and which I don't do much. Anyway, so I apologize for not having a shirt on, but the only thing I can wear now with all this on is a gown, the hospital gown, and it's long and it makes me unsteady on my feet when I'm trying to use this contraption. Okay, called a Sarah Steady, to be able to urinate and stuff and be moved from around the bed to the chair to the bathroom, toilet, and all that. It just gets in the way. It just hangs in the front, you know, it's open in the back, so I don't need it. It's just too much stuff on me, and it keeps pulling on this port, which I hope it doesn't. They're talking about me right now. It's shift change. Hold on. Yeah, they're talking about me. My blood pressure's been going up to like 180 over 120 or whatever. It's really high, and they can't figure out why. And then it drops really, really dangerously low, and then it goes up again. And so they took me off of all the painkillers. I'm stuck on Tylenol only. But praise God, I've been out of the bed, so I've been getting up in the Sarah Steady and bending and stuff, so I feel less pain. She just gave me Tylenol recently, and about an hour ago, and this seems to help a little bit as long as I'm not in the bed. The bed's killing my back and my sciatica and stuff. But I'm hooked up to all these machines because my blood pressure's crazy, and they don't know why. It's part of the disease, the doctor said. Tomorrow I have my second transfusion, okay, where they take all my blood out, put it in a machine, spin it, separate all the white and red blood cells and platelets, okay. They separate all the blood from the plasma. The plasma contains antibodies and stuff, bad ones that are attacking my body. And then they replace all my plasma. It takes 90 minutes to take all my blood out of my body, put it into a machine, and simultaneously replace it with albumin, I think it's called, albumin, albumin. It looks like plasma, it's yellow, and it comes from like animals and other people. And it's got antibodies in it that are strong, and they're supposed to replace my bad antibodies that are attacking my nervous system and killing me. Wow, I'm getting a little bit better here with one treatment. Stuff works. It's disgusting. I don't like being hooked up to a machine by my neck, but I will be something positive here. Not only is it working, thank God, but guess what? I don't know how many of you people ever saw that old movie from the 90s or whatever, 80s, 90s, called Adventures in Babysitting. Well, I had a nurse yesterday all day taking care of me. And she was, and when I tell you doppelganger, spitting image, she was spitting image of the actress in that movie who played the babysitter in Adventures of Babysitting. I used to have a crush on her. That was one of my favorite movies when I was growing up. And I watched it like 1,000 times. And this girl, voice, face, hair, height, everything, spitting image. So I told her that, and she goes, "Oh my gosh, I was just babysitting recently, and we put that movie on, and I never seen it before." And all the kids were like, "You're in this movie," and she's like, "No, that's not me." And they're like, "That's you." And she's like, "No, it's not me." And they're like, "Yeah, it is. Stop lying." And she's like, "I tell you, it's not me." So she was like, I couldn't believe how much I look like her. And then she told me, I said, well, I used to be an actor or whatever. And so I showed her my stuff online. And she goes, well, I used to be a famous opera singer. And I'm like, oh, I was like, so you did like Broadway, like Phantom of the Opera? She's like, no, real opera up in upper state New York, like real opera. And I'm like, oh. I'm like, well, then how did you come to be a nurse? She goes, well, I love nursing. She was a really good, really patient, really kind, really upbeat, no matter what happened, she's like, okay. She loves her job. I don't see that in many nurses here. So we have a former opera singer who's now a nurse, and she loves her job. She was awesome to me. That was before they moved me down here. And then she's like, oh, she told me she was married. She's like 10 years. She's 34. But man, awesome resemblance, like voice, everything. Like we all have twins down here. And then, okay, the day before, like that last Thursday, when I did my first transfusion, or pheresis, it's called Pheresis, or sometimes they call it apheresis. You put an A in front of it, apheresis. Well, anyway, guess who was running the machine that's doing my blood? Kate Winslet. Literally. This woman, and I know Kate Winslet, not Kate Winslet in Titanic, but Kate Winslet, like, present day. Well, younger. If you ever seen the movie I was in called Revolutionary Road with Kate Winslet and Leonardo DiCaprio, or the movie Contagion, where Kate Winslet was in it, it's about the outbreak of a virus, like, COVID. Well, Kate Winslet, okay, this woman, voice, height, hair, everything. This was Kate Winslet. Like, and so I'm like, why do you look so familiar? I couldn't figure out, because I'm sitting there for 90 minutes on this machine, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh my gosh, I got it. I'm like, you're Kate Winslet. She goes, I'm not Kate Winslet. She goes, you look like Kate Winslet. She goes, I was always told I look like Julia Roberts. I'm like, no, maybe the smile, but no, you look like Kate Winslet to a T. Like if you were in Hollywood, or they would think you were Kate. I worked with her personally, and I've seen her up close. You are Kate. So then all the other office staff was like, oh my gosh, he's right. You do look exactly like her. And she's like, no, I don't. She's like, they're like, you don't not look like Julia Roberts. You are Kate Winslet to a T. And so I don't think she was too thrilled about that. She liked Julia Roberts better. But so then I called her Kate before I left, and I forgot her name, but she's like, no, it's Lisa or whatever. I'm like, okay, well, whatever. I was trying to play around, but she didn't. She wasn't having it. But the point is, I'm sitting next to this machine that this girl's running for me and taking all my blood out, and I'm sitting next to Kate Winslet. So then the next day, or yesterday, 2 days later, I got a nurse who looks exactly like the actress in Adventures in Babysitting. I mean, I can't believe the likeness, the voice, the similarity. And the nurse was actually an opera singer in her youth, like a real opera singer. And so it's just kind of cool, like, little things like that, I'm sitting there on a machine with a bunch of cancer patients hooked up to dialysis and blood transfusions and this and that. And we all got a kick out of the fact. So you're sitting in this room in Smilo or whatever, and everybody there getting transfusions, and they're all hooked up to these machines with, tubes coming out of us. And so we're all smiling and waving at each other, like, what else can we do? Like, yeah, this is fun, This is our life now. And so, anyway, I don't know, some nurse yelling about something. But anyway, so it was kind of funny, There's little pros and cons here. More cons than pros, but I just thought that was funny and something uplifting to report for once, instead of, the fact that I'm going through all this suffering. But, you look for the little joys here and there, and and I got to tell you, God has been sending. Let me tell you what he did. I don't know if I already mentioned it in the past video, but I prayed the other day that my priest would come back and visit me and give me confession and stuff. And when I came back from dialysis, or whatever this is called, pheresis, plasma exchange, whatever, they said, oh, you have a visitor here. He's been waiting a while. I'm like, who could it be? Nobody's going to wait that long. And I'm like, well, the only person it could possibly be is Father Turner. He never visits for more than like 5 minutes, right? He's very busy. And, well, maybe 10, 15 at the most. But, he's very, very fast. What now? All these beds making all kinds of noises. It's like a spaceship in here. Anyway, so I prayed the night before that God would send him. Sure enough, my procedure lasted from 1 o'clock to like 3:46. And then I get back to the room, and I wasn't. Then they didn't send him up until 4:15. So Father comes and finally sees me. He's like, "I've been waiting here since like 2 o'clock." And I'm like, "Really? You waited all that time for me?" He's like, "Yeah, because every time I wanted to leave, I felt like God was saying, 'No, stay, no, stay.'" So I kept looking at my watch, and it's getting later and later, and I'm very busy, and I got things to do. He's like, "I got adoration at 6 o'clock, and I gotta go, and so he came, he spent about a half hour with me, and it just really meant a lot because God sent him. He heard my prayer, and he sent Father Turner, and Father Turner doesn't wait. Like, he's a very, very busy person, and he waited hours to see me because God told him to see me. Like, made him wait there. I mean, how awesome is that? Then I said, "Lord, I want Holy Communion and stuff every day." So I've been getting Holy Communion administered to me by a Eucharistic minister he's in Yale now, but he's going to become a priest. And then I get priests that come, and then I also get chaplains that come, Protestant chaplains, also every day. So I talk to both. So, I've been getting visitors from them, and that's awesome. And we pray together, and we talk about God and the Bible and all that. So that God's been providing. And I also have been blessed to have a lot of Christian nurses and stuff. And there was a woman here that was sharing my room with me. She's 101, going to be 102 soon. African American lady. And her family was here, and one of them's a minister. And so when she got transferred to another room, a step-down unit, she's going to be going home soon. So I have the room to myself right now, but I think they're going to put somebody here tonight. And so anyway, her daughter, who's got to be up there, she's like 70s, 80s or whatever, because her mother's 101, she said, "This is a miracle. My mother had a major stroke, but she's doing so well. God heard our prayers, and she's actually a living miracle. The doctor said this is impossible, whatever." And so that's awesome. I prayed for her last night when we were sleeping. Sounded like she was doing bad or whatever, so I prayed for her last night. And she's doing great. She's going to be going to rehab soon and go home, short-term rehab. And 101, wow, and still doing well after a major stroke. So God's performing miracles. And then one of the women came back, her daughter came back, she goes, "I want to pray with you." So we prayed, I held her hands, and we prayed, and so that was nice. God's been sending a lot of people to pray with me and talk with me about God. And, nurses and stuff that are Christians. I don't know, this thing keeps saying slow connection, so I don't know if it's messing up my video, if you're hearing all this or not. But anyway, so there are some positive things going on, and definitely I can see God's hand in all this. Also, look, my face was like really crippled the other day, where I couldn't even do this or use a straw or a spoon, and my mouth is totally my whole face was like droopy, and like I couldn't open my eye or now look, coming back. Your prayers are working. Your prayers are working, folks. Keep praying, please. Please keep praying. We're going to get through this. And you're going to see a miracle. Because if not, I die. So keep praying for me, please. It's working. And yes, God's working through the medical staff and I guess this stuff. And so it's been, and I'm not in a lot of pain right now, which is good. So it's working. The prayers are working, and the medicine's working, or whatever you want to call it. Not medicine, but, the transfusion's working already, and I have 4 more to go. So, so we have I'm feeling better right now. I actually got a chance to have the nurse change my food from that horrible aphasia diet of everything pureed, fish, and it was disgusting, to real food. And so tonight, I overdid it. I got chicken and cheese quesadilla, and French fries, and macaroni and cheese that wasn't pureed, and gravy fries, and sour cream for the quesadilla, and salsa sauce and ketchup for the French fries, and 2 lemonades, and a brownie. I still have a brownie left, and I have angel food cake. And even though this is still kind of weird, I prayed. I'm like, Lord, please let me enjoy this normal meal, please, without getting stuck here and, having trouble. And so I was able to eat all this stuff. First normal meal in weeks. So I'm just so thankful for real food. And because I watch TV sometimes, and all I see is all these commercials of Wendy's and juicy burgers and nice shakes and Dunkin' Donuts coffee and all this stuff. I'm like, oh. And that new Wendy's, I would love one of those orange creamsicle Wendy's, like, they have this frosty, like orange creamsicle frosty at Wendy's. And I'm like sitting here drooling, like, oh, they don't have anything like that here. And nobody brings me that stuff. So, I would like one of those. If anybody comes to visit me, please bring me one of those Wendy's orange creamsicle frosty whatever drinks. That would be much appreciated. And if anybody stops by Dunkin' Donuts, I would really like one of those green mocha. There's like not a mocha. What is it called? Macchiato? Matcha something. I don't know. It's green. It's like a green coffee thing. So it's really good. I want a large green one of those. So if you think about it. How you doing?
Hi, my name is Kim.
Yeah.
How's you doing?
Good. For right now, I'm just finishing dinner. So.
Do you want a table? You want me to put on the table for you?
Well, it's full of all that stuff, so I don't want to mess with it. This is fine for now.
Yeah.
I'm almost done. I just got to have my dessert, and this is the first real food I've gotten to eat in weeks.
Really?
In weeks. I put myself on an aphasia diet because I was having trouble swallowing.
Yeah.
But this procedure and everybody's prayer seems to be working because I'm starting to get dexterity back.
Good.
It's working fast, and I only had one transfusion or whatever. So, thank God I'm able to eat real food now and.
Your nurse went to, looks like you need a new bag. Your nurse went to MRI with another patient.
No problem. Yeah, these things keep getting stuck on those.
I hate these guns.
I know. People just rip them off and just break. They're just ripping them off.
I don't know whoever designed this.
Yeah, it's stupid. I guess it's to make you not feel so closed in when your curtains are closed. But I prefer to be, alienated from the rest.
Oh my God, it's so silly.
You just got to rip it. They said that they replace them and they're made out of paper or something. So they just, yeah. Otherwise, you'll never get the IV off the curtain. Anyway, that's what the other nurses do. They're like, they just rip the thing.
All right, I'll go get you a new bag of IV fluids.
Do we need to stay on fluids?
I don't know. Let me look at your chart.
Okay.
Your nurse just came in and she had to go.
It was weird because I've been on fluids all day and I haven't urinated much and it was brown and I'm like, that's strange because I've been drinking and have this thing going and so why is it not?
It's only 50 cc an hour, so.
I might have messed that up. Well, I don't know. It was on full. Last night it was on like a lot, like maximum or whatever. So, who knows? I don't know. I don't know what it's supposed to be on. But, I guess we'll have to find out.
Okay, let me go get you back, okay? You want anything to drink?
I got 2 lemonades still. I thought I had some, I have some soda over there. Is there an open Pepsi over there somewhere?
This one is loose or something.
I keep telling them that all day. It's not lit up anymore. We changed it like 3 times. Is there no?
Have a soda, yes.
But is there no open Pepsi?
No Pepsi.
Oh, okay. Then I guess that's it. I'll just drink the lemonade.
No
so
Pepsi.
Here's my meal. Do you think we're going to be getting another guest tonight here?
I have no idea.
It'd be nice to have the room to myself for once, but
yeah, that would be nice.
Would you mind opening? Can you open those blinds all the way for me?
Sure.
I never get any light or see outside. It looks foggy out. Is it foggy?
It's raining out.
Oh, it's raining. Okay. Yeah. I haven't been able to see a window in so long.
To look outside.
Well, I'm always stuck in the doorway area, and I never get the.
There you go.
I don't ever get the window side.
Not your best, but.
Well, at least I can see outside for once. It's been days or weeks since I've seen outside.
Yeah.
Now I heard from a minister that came here, one of the chaplains, that if I ask for it, they can take me in a wheelchair out to the garden for a little while.
It's up to your doctor.
Oh, okay.
You
Because
have to
nobody.
have an order from your doctor. Are you stable enough to go? Because you hook
Well, I
up.
have to go in a wheelchair. I can't.
Yeah, but you
a,
hook up to all these wires.
Yeah.
Can we unhook you to go?
Oh, I don't know. Well, can you ask? Can you just kind of put it in, maybe?
I just let your nurse know.
Okay, yeah.
I am in charge tonight.
Okay.
I can just let your nurse
Well,
know.
as soon as I'm stable enough, I'd like to go outside and get some fresh air. And
Right now, you hook up all these wires.
yeah, I know. I sleep in this chair at night because I have such a bad back, so they just let me sleep in the chair.
Let me see if I can fix this.
Okay.
Why is it leaking?
My back is so bad, the bed kills my back, so they let me sleep in the chair. So that's why I'm here.
Okay, there we go.
There it goes. See, I've been asking people to fix this thing.
Nobody fix it.
Nobody fixed it for so it's not working then. How? Oh, and the leads were off. Are they all on?
Yeah, on right.
Because they were all off, and I was putting them on the wrong way because I was trying to put them back on. So this thing is going to make me look like I'm really in serious trouble.
Call button right here. Okay, let me go get.
They're probably looking at the stats and like, what is going on in this guy? And all right, look, ET phone home.
Now you lie up.
ET.
It does. Look like ET, huh?
We gotta have some fun here. ET phone home. I want to go home. Oh, they put it on my middle finger. Go figure, right? That's the magic finger when I get upset. Don't make me put it up. I'm going delusional in this place. I really am. I hope they're not putting like adrenochrome or something in this thing, because I heard now that they're actually selling plasma from people 25 and under who donate it, or they get it from disgusting sources. But they take the plasma from the yellow plasma and inject it into the people like this or whatever, and you're like 10, 20 years younger. But if you're like literally taking the life source or whatever, and they're selling it for like $8,000 a unit or something like that on the internet or whatever, a human yellow plasma. And so I wonder what they're doing with mine. Oh, they wouldn't want mine. It's bad. And who knows? But I'm 44, so if you want to end up some young 20-year-old, 30-year-old model is gonna get my plasma, put it in them, and look 44 years old. That would justice served. That would be funny. But anyway, they take the plasma from young people and up to age 25, and it supposedly makes people younger. And so I'm kind of hoping that's not what they're pumping into me, because, you know, even if it works, it's not really something Christian, right? But whatever they're putting in me, I'm feeling better, finally getting better, pretty fast actually. And I attribute it to your prayers. So please keep praying for me until I get out of here and get walking again. We're going to show the world a miracle here, because I'm not ready to die. And I don't want to hear, oh, well, we don't know if you're going to make it in uncharted territory and blah, 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 blah. No, we're going to survive. We're going to beat this, God willing. And I'm going to go home and start living my life again. I don't want to die here now in this hospital. I rebuke that in Jesus' name. So keep praying for me, please. Tomorrow I have my second transfusion, where they take all the blood out of my body and replace all my plasma with this ambulin or albulin, something like that. Albulin. I don't know, whatever. Look it up. It's called apheresis. apheresis. Apheresis or whatever, and plasma exchange or whatever. So it's like a blood transfusion where they take all the blood out of you, spin it in a machine, separate your blood cells and white blood cells and platelets from your plasma and antibodies, throw that away or whatever they do with it, and replace it with albumin, which comes in glass bottles like plasma. And it reminds me of the movie Hacksaw Ridge, where they had glass bottles of plasma to give the soldiers who were wounded. So apparently plasma has been known for a long time to be very important when you're bleeding out or whatever, or when you need plasma more than blood, or you can get plasma and it'll somehow keep you alive longer or whatever, even if you're bleeding or out of blood or low on blood or something. I don't know, but it looked like the same bottle from the movie that the paramedic was using in the movie Hacksaw Ridge. So they went through about 4 bottles on me, I think, in 90 minutes. So all my blood has been taken out of my body, recirculated, drained of plasma and antibodies, and then infused with albulum, whatever, I can't pronounce it, which is like it's not plasma, it's albulum or whatever, but it's yellow like plasma, and it's a plasma derivative. It replaces the plasma, like synthetic, and it has donated antibodies from people and animals, but it's been supposedly it's safe, and you can't get diseases from it or something, I don't know. But I couldn't see clearly because I didn't have my eyeglasses on. They're in my bag somewhere, and I can't reach on my stuff to keep taking it and putting it away. So, I can't really see very well, but I saw horses and all kinds of stuff on this poster talking about it. And they came up with this in the 80s, so apparently it's not new. And so I'm sitting in a room in like Smilo, I think it was, with all these people hooked up to machines like me. And there was cancer patients and all kinds of different people. Oh boy, what now?
I'm just going to hang a new...
Oh, okay.
okay.
I was worried I was going to get poked again with something.
Oh, no.
Okay, good. I'm out of veins. So, yeah, anyway, so I'm in better spirits now, I guess. And I had my first real food in weeks. I haven't been hungry in weeks. And actually, since March 30th, I've been having to force myself to drink Ensure and all that other stuff. And I was on a aphasia diet of period everything until tonight. So it was so nice to have real food. Like I really overdid it, but I had a quesadilla and French fries and gravy fries and dessert, brownie and angel food cake and lemonade and macaroni and cheese, and I probably overate, but you know what? I haven't been eating in so long, so I'm taking advantage of the fact that I'm actually hungry. So that was nice. So things are looking on the up and up, finally, praise God. It's been a long, rough month, and I'm going to be here close to another half month to a month. And then I got to go to rehab for God knows how long to learn how to walk again and all that. And so, because I can't walk, I can stand up, but it's risky, I can't walk. So I got to use a Sarah Steady. That's called Sarah Steady, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So thank God for that contraption, because I can stand up and stretch, and it makes me feel so much better. And I can't pee without using that thing. I can't pee sitting down or laying down because I have prostate issues. And I can't do it on the toilet for some reason, so I have to stand up, and that thing helps me go. Otherwise, I would be in serious trouble. They'd have to probably, calf me or something. So, God's been good. He's been providing everything I need, and all along the way, He doesn't take away the pain and suffering all the time. Although today is the best day, finally, that I'm not feeling extreme pain throughout my body. So, because last night was horrible. I was crying in agony. They couldn't give me anything but Tylenol. It wasn't working. And the biggest problem was they had me in that bed. And so I begged and begged them, please let me sit in a chair. So they got me a chair, and finally I was able to go to sleep at 6 in the morning for a few hours because I needed the chair. That's what I've been sleeping in upstairs in the other unit, because the beds are terrible for my back. I have spinal impingements from my neck all the way down to my coccyx, so it's excruciating. I don't sleep on stuff like that at home. I have a very... Yeah, no problem.
Right under your arm.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Go ahead, keep talking.
So...
Go ahead.
You're right there.
There we
Okay.
go. Thank you.
It's probably a little cooler because I don't have a shirt on, but that's because,
okay.
It's cold in here. Hold on, we're checking my temperature.
97.5.
Oh, good. And so, so I'm sleeping in the chair, and it's so much better because I can recline and put my feet up and all that, and it's easy on my back and neck.
Are you wearing your oxygen or no?
Oh, I got to put that back on. Sorry, I took it off to eat.
98% on Dumere.
Huh?
Don't even need it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you're 98% on room air right now.
How do you know?
Right here on your monitor.
Oh, good.
Right
So I don't
behind
need it. But it does
You
make
don't
me
need
feel
it.
more alert. So, okay, well, I'm off the oxygen now, so that's good. I was stuck on oxygen for a while, and she's saying I'm holding at 98% without it. So,
Even 99.
99 now. See? Things are looking up. By the way, please pray for Donna because she just told me that she's looking at her album cover of ABBA and the people are moving around the album. And I'm like, Donna, you're getting crazy. And then she said, oh, I'm starting to get dizzy. And then she checked her oxygen at 79. That is very dangerous. And she's diabetic and she had some issues today, I found out. So this is why I have to live with her and take care of her. And I don't like her being alone like that. So I told her, please call me back. She's got the life alert on her in case she has a problem. I told her, please use it. You should already be using it if it's getting that bad. You're starting to get delirious. Your oxygen's down. You know, her blood sugars dropped very bad today, so it took a while to get it back up. She don't take care of herself when I'm not there. And, you know, I do the CNA stuff for her, so, you know, this is what gets me mad. She tells people I'm harsh with her and all that, but if I'm not firm with her, as her doctors told me, she does stupid things. She just eats all this junk. She doesn't take care of herself. And she ends up in the hospital or has strokes or falls.
Are you having any pain right now?
A little bit in my back.
What number do you pick for pain?
Right now it's probably, you know, a 4 to 6. But they won't give me anything but Tylenol, so I can take Tylenol. It's also nerve pain that goes through my legs. I'm feeling that in my arms and my shoulders. I guess they stopped the
Oxy.
the Oxy, and there was something else I was on for nerve pain. Gabapentin, that's gone?
You can have the Zenoflac for your muscle spasm.
But does that take away pain? Because I'm
Yeah,
not.
it can help your muscle spasm.
Can I save that until I want to go to bed? That
Yeah.
might help me rest better.
And you just got Tylenol at like 6:25, so too
Okay.
early for more.
When could we have Tylenol next?
Tylenol is... I just saw it. Is that scheduled through 6? I think it's scheduled. Let me see. Yeah, it's every 6 hours.
So 12 o'clock?
Yep.
Oh, man.
Okay, but you can have different gabapentin is scheduled for 9.
Okay, I got this.
Okay.
We'll definitely take the gabapentin because that helps with the nerve pain really
Yeah.
bad. It goes really bad through my back. What else do we got?
You have some medication coming at 9 o'clock. Your nurse will come back and give that to you.
What about my levothyroxine for my thyroid?
That not until in the morning.
Okay.
6 o'clock in the morning.
And
Okay.
I took what about Dexilin? I had that already.
What is it?
The Dexilins for my stomach.
Dexilin for your stomach. Let me see. Tylenol. Dexilin for your stomach is daily.
Okay. Yeah, the
You
girl
got it
gave it to
in
me
the
this
morning.
morning. But
Yes.
you're not supposed to open that capsule, and she opened the capsule and mixed it with stuff, and it got stuck in my teeth.
Oh,
So
no.
I can swallow capsules.
Just tell her.
Well,
Tell the
she
nurse.
didn't know because I have to crush
Yeah.
all the pills that are dry. I have to crush to get stuck in my throat. But if it's a gel cap of some sort, I can swallow that.
Okay.
It still goes down slowly, but it's better. You cannot. Some of those meds you're not supposed to open up, you know.
Yes.
And she opened it up and made me eat it, and I'm like, that's not okay. Oh, I thought we were supposed to do it all.
Just let them know, okay?
All right. Well, they don't give me a chance. They do things without telling me, and then
Oh,
they
no.
feed it to me, and I'm
Can
like,
you tell me your full name
Stephen Danello.
and where are you right now?
I'm in Yale New Haven Hospital.
How about what month and what year?
It is April, right?
No.
Wait, hold on. We're in May. Sorry, we already had
Yeah.
Cinco de Mayo. I don't know what day it is actually. Hold on. I don't know what day it is. It's
May
like
5th.
it's Cinco de Mayo today.
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was yesterday. Okay,
May
so I was right. Cinco de Mayo,
Yep.
2024.
Yep. And you know why you're here.
Yep, I have. Well, I was here admitted because I was and I couldn't walk, and so
All right.
yeah, I'm sharp as a tack.
Very good.
People don't want to believe that around here, but I am.
Very, very good. Okay, I'm glad. Just make sure you call if you have to get up. You want some light on so you can
Nope.
see what you're eating?
No, I'm good right
No,
now.
you good?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have to use that chair, Sarah Steady, to urinate, and
Yes.
but I'm pretty good. They just leave me on there, and then I call you when
Yes,
I. Yeah.
I am not the nurse. I
Oh,
just
okay.
cover her because she went out to downstairs with another
Oh,
patient to
okay.
MRI, but she will get back.
Okay,
But
cool.
if you need anything while she's not here, I go glad to
If
help
you
her.
have Pepsi on the floor, that would
We
be
don't
great.
have Pepsi.
Darn, only ginger ale. Okay.
Only ginger ale, yeah.
All right,
You
then
can
that's fine.
Order Pepsi from the kitchen, but
Yeah. All right, no problem. I didn't even know they had that. I thought they only had ginger ale, and so I was happy to finally have a Pepsi.
no.
All right. So we are on permanent fluids again tonight?
Yes.
Okay. They're trying to, I guess that helps with the blood pressure from dropping or something?
Yes, it prevent. Yeah, it can.
All right. I do get pressure in my chest all the time here. When I don't know, when I lay down or sit the wrong way, it's always right here near my heart. But I guess is the blood pressure still high right now? Oh, we're about to find out. Hold
Yeah,
on.
just relax your arm. Relax the arm.
It slid down again. Wait a minute. Hold on. This thing hurts so bad. It stopped.
Just keep your arm still. Oh, it stopped. Let me
Wait,
hit it
is
again.
it doing something? Sometimes it does it twice in a row.
Just don't move.
Hold on a minute. This is my life now.
Okay. All right.
I'm just waiting. Let me know what it says. So tight. Ah. It's like it's gonna break my arm. It hurts the nerves.
146.85.
146 over 85. That's good compared to 185 over 120. That's what I've been getting up to, or higher. Like I can't believe I'm even not. You can stroke on that, right? Heart attack, stroke,
Yeah, if it's way high, you can.
and that is pretty way high, isn't it? 180 something.
Oh, that high.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I have seen it higher.
So what's the highest you go before you're in serious trouble?
It's all depend on your body too.
Well, we have so many problems there. It's cardiac issues, edema, blood pressure issues, this stupid autoimmune disease. I mean, what the hell
Your blood
possible?
pressure right now is fine,
All right.
so don't worry about it.
They're worried about
worry about
leukemia.
it.
I mean, come on, I got too much going on here. I don't know how I got all these problems at one time. Man, I gotta laugh. I'm serious. I'm getting delusional now. I'm laughing but I will tell you something else positive that happened today. You have to go back to hear the others positive things. I'm trying to be positive now because I was dying and now things are looking up. It was pretty scary there for a minute, and we're not out of the woods by any means yet, but it was a close call. I mean, I almost died twice already. Where I don't know what you call it, triage or whatever, where they had to, get me back, because my blood pressure just dropped so bad. I was like literally, my eyes rolled back, and it was a scary, terrible feeling of just, I can't describe it. My ears went deaf. My eyes started looking staticky, like you're looking at static TV. And that's it. You feel like 1,000 pounds and you have to lay down, and that's it. I was unresponsive for the most part, and they called the team, and they're all working on me. Steven, wake up! You got to stay awake, Steven. Keep your eyes open, Steven. Keep your eyes open, Steven. I'm like, I can't. And no, you can't fall asleep, Steve. You're gonna die. Please keep your eyes open. I'm like, I'm trying. So they got me back. That was, I felt myself leaving my body. It was terrible. What a horrible feeling. And it happened again the other night. So they put me in this unit now, because I have to be under constant, monitoring now, because they don't know why this keeps happening to me. But the neurologist said that it's part of the disease. But they also said that we're in uncharted waters here also because they can't guarantee it's what they think it is, but they're pretty certain. So they said, well, we'll know if it works, the treatments work. If they don't work, then back to the drawing board. But I was very close to dying this week. It got so bad that I was losing my ability to swallow, to talk. I couldn't feel my face, my body. I was becoming quadriplegic, can't walk, losing bowel control. Everything was going. My stomach not functioning and emptying out because everything's paralyzed. And my coordination was off, everything. I'm trying to brush my teeth, and I'm hitting every part of my face but my mouth, and it's just horrible. Your drinking stuff is going into your lungs, passing out. I mean, it's just, oh gosh, freezing cold. And then all of a sudden after the treatment, I felt weird, like my stomach was going to burst, like my liver was going to burst. And then I knew my body was trying to adapt to this stuff. And then last night, my feet were killing me like they were in ice water. Like they've been really cold and white and blue, and my hands were really cold. But my nerves were getting all confused, and it felt like they were in ice water. So I took my socks off, and I was trying to massage my feet, thinking that they were freezing cold and needed circulation. But they were warm, like hot and red. And I'm like, my hands were also, and I'm like, well, then why do they feel like I'm in ice water when they're hot? And there's obviously circulation. And they said, well, when you have high blood pressure, you have better circulation. When you have low blood pressure, you have poor circulation. So, plus I have blood clots in my legs too. And they've got me on constant heparin drip for 2 weeks. And then or at least, was it 2 weeks? No, a week. And then, I don't know, it might have been 2 weeks. But then they switched to the needles in my stomach a couple times a day, which is not fun. Big needles. Luckily, I'm fat, and I can grab 10 inches, and it goes in, and it's so much less painful when you have fat. Because if you're skinny and they have to stick you with that, the needle's like this big. It will penetrate. Oh, man. I feel bad for skinny people. Because, they stick it in your arm or wherever they can try to find, fat or whatever. But if some people don't have fat, and it hurts. It goes right into the muscle. So, anyway, what else was there to say? Nothing, just there's been small miracles here and there, and now my hand is not feeling well because they just squeezed it really, really tight, and so my nerves are super, super sensitive, so when I walk or my feet touch anything, it's like touching sharp glass, and they're still swollen. They're getting a little bit better, I think. I can move my toes again. I can feel them again a little bit. The other day, I couldn't feel my toes, especially my big toes, at all. I thought I was going to lose them. I couldn't move them, and I couldn't feel them anymore. And the doctors were trying to come on, move your toes. I'm like, I am. They're like, no, you're not. I'm like, I am. Oh boy, that's not good. Now, the only thing that is really bad is that they tried testing my reflexes again today. They've been doing that every day with the rubber hammer. They hit you in the jaw, they hit you everywhere that there's to get a reflex response. None. And they're like, oh my gosh, they're like, there's no reflexes, at all. You hit me in the knee and it doesn't bounce, nothing. And no matter where they hit me, the ankle, wherever, they were banging me all over the place really hard with this thing. And they're like, here, give me that, let me try. And I'm like, would you guys stop hitting me with this stupid hammer? And they're like, well, we have to see, you don't have any reflexes on, that's not good. And I'm like, no, you think? Duh. Gee, I don't know. You went to 12 years of med school to figure out that? I could have told you that, Sherlock. But, I'm almost every day getting hit with the mallet. It's like, here, give it to me. Let me hit you with this. See how you like it? Because it still friggin' hurts. And they're hitting me harder and harder trying to get a response. I'm like, it's not going to respond. Stop hitting me. So I just wanted to grab and hit them in the knee and see how you like it. My nerves are super sensitive with this. Again, what I can describe the feeling as the best is numbness and paralysis throughout your body, but it feels like Novocaine. If you ever had Novocaine and your mouth and everything's all numb from the dentist's office. Why am I stuck again? Can't even move. So it feels like that, but it's like, that weird stage where the Novocaine just starts wearing off and you still can't drink or like you move your mouth or whatever, but it starts feeling like pins and needles as the nerves are starting to come back. That's what this feels like. The Novocaine stage of pins and needles and super sensitivity. So if somebody goes like this, or, something sharp, it's like super painful. Like they use this sharp thing on the bottom of my feet to test my feeling and reflexes. And it literally feels like a steak knife slicing the bottom of my foot. And I scream, I'm like, ow, and they're like, oh, that hurts? And I'm like, yes, it freaking hurts. So, it's pretty dull. And I'm like, I'm not even going that hard. I'm like, well, it feels like you're sticking a knife through the bottom of my foot and slicing it open. And that's how it feels when I step on things or if I touch anything with my feet. Even these stupid, look at this. You see these? I have to wear them, otherwise I slide off and I lose my balance. Plus, you don't want to walk on the barefoot in these dirty floors. And I had my cotton socks on, but when I use that steady thing, my feet slide off and I can fall. So I have to wear these stupid things. Well, anyway, these things have these ridges on them, obviously on the outside, like soles, like sneakers. They feel on my feet like sandpaper, like really pinchy, rough sandpaper all the time. I just want to wear my cotton socks, but these things are torture because the nerves in my feet are super sensitive while paralyzed and numb at the same time. What a weird, honest sensation. And the worse it gets, it turns into total quadriplegic, and then you lose your ability to breathe. So they keep making me do breathing tests several times a day, where I have to suck into a machine and then blow really hard into a machine, and they want to make sure that I'm still able to keep my lung capacity going. Otherwise, the nerves in my diaphragm and lungs can go, and then I have to go on a breathing tube or whatever. And they almost put me on a breathing tube and a feeding tube the other day. And I'm like, no, absolutely not. Not yet. And like, sir, you're having trouble swallowing and your breathing can give out at any time. I'm like, then I die. I don't care. You're not hooking me up to that shit right now. Excuse me, my language. But no. Forgive me. But no. I'm not doing that. I will tell you when it's time, okay? You don't need to. I'm not there yet. They're like, okay, but it can happen anytime. Like, then it happens. I have faith. I'm not worried about it. Like, okay, then you're declining. I'm like, yes, I'm declining a breathing tube. I'm not going to be intubated and put on a machine and a stupid feeding tube when I'm not at that point yet. What are you guys, crazy? Get out of here. Oh, seriously. So they were happy to see that things are working better. But then they told me that the neuro team is being switched out to a different one. I'm like, why? And they're like, well, because we only get 2 weeks with a patient and then they switch us around. It's just a hospital thing. I'm like, that doesn't sound normal. And they're like, well, that's how it is here. So you'll have a new doctor and a new team of doctors working on you for the next 2 weeks. And so you won't be seeing us again. And I'm like, I feel like they're switching me off to another team because they don't know exactly what's going on, maybe. It makes me nervous. I don't know. So I'm in God's hands. I'm in their hands. My body isn't. What did St. Paul say, or what did the Bible say about what does it matter? Don't worry about what man can do to the flesh, to the body, or man may kill the body, but they can't kill the soul, right? But don't fear man who can only kill the body, but fear God who can kill both body and soul in hell. So, I'm in man's hands here, and it does worry me with some of these people, and it hasn't been pleasant, and some of these people are darn right nasty, like demonically nasty, but at the same time, my soul is in Jesus' hands, and I'm in Jesus' hands. I'm in God's hands now. That's all I can do, but I still need constant prayers, I would still like to be a priest or, something, or deacon or something. I know I'm 44, I'm not healthy, but look at the movie Father Stu, So I don't know what God's plan is for my life. I'm getting a little too old to be a father. I don't know if I want to bring kids up in this, with all these bad DNA, genetics, and in this terrible world in these end times, because we are in the end times, and we're about to go into the Antichrist system, and I just don't think that's going to be happening. I don't think I'll ever have kids or get married, or if it's wise to at this point. I have to be available for God, for whatever he needs me to do. And if I'm tied down with the wife and kids or whatever, that's my vocation, and I won't be able to be used as well as, and what if it's not God's divine will? I want to fulfill God's divine will, plan, and purpose for my life, not my own. So, but if it were up to me, I'd be a priest. But I don't have time for 8 to 12 years of schooling. I don't have an undergraduate or associate's, or bachelor, none of that. And they make you have to go through all that. But there's got to be a way. There's got to be a way where I can somehow, because even some of the saints, and I know that was a long time ago, but some of the saints were speedily ordained. It's possible. It's Jesus' church. He can do whatever he wants. So I'm just saying, Lord, I just want to be able to say Mass, hear confessions, save souls. Like, I want to be able to pray for the dying, anoint the sick. I want to be able to be a priest. I want to really be able to have the faculties of a priest so I can do the maximum for you down here. And if that's your will, please let it happen, But all of this terrible suffering and surgeries all the time, and I'm not healthy, and I don't have the education, and I don't have money, but with God, anything's possible. He can find a way. He can make a way where there is not one. So I've been friending a lot of religious people on here, priests and bishops and all kinds of stuff, and they've been adding me because I want them to hear my testimony, and I want them to pray for me and offer up masses for me, and I want my friends to do the same. I need this. I need your help. I mean, look, I'm stuck here. I can't even reach my Bible across the room. Like, it's not, I thought I'd have more time to pray and read the Bible, and, but there's constant distractions and all kinds of stuff going on here where I can't sit and just pray properly or do a rosary or whatever. I can't even feel the rosary in my hand. It's hard to do, and I've been feeling so sick and tired lately. It's just, I thought I'd have plenty of time to really grow closer to God in this ordeal. So I have had to just, do the ejaculations and just pray my own prayers to him. Our fathers and typical stuff like that, but also just talking to him, praying to him, talking to him, that kind of prayer, like making up my own type of prayers, and mostly ministering. I've been ministering to everybody, praying for all the patients. Every time I get switched to a new room, I'm praying for myself, my family, my friends, asking God to send me one more, Lord, give me one more, And so he's been sending them, people I'm talking to, people I'm, I guess proselytizing or whatever you want to say. And so I've been very busy here, because I have plenty of time to pray, to make videos and to minister to people and pray with people, and everybody hears me. Everybody's listening to me, so the seeds are being spread far and wide. And every time a nurse or somebody comes in, even if they're not Catholic or Christian, I let them know that I am, and that I say everything's about praise Jesus. I'm in God's hands. I make sure that God gets all the glory, and I make sure that his name is well known here, because my goal is to make him known and loved around the world. And so I might be stuck in facing a terrible battle for my life with this illness, but I'm not going to stop. I told you people a long time ago, I'm the real deal. I'm not a saint yet, but I'm hoping to be. And I told you I want to get this right, So hopefully things will stay on the up and up, but like I said, we won't know. So I need your prayers. I really, really do. Again, my throat's starting to close again. I could feel it, and I'm kind of looking forward to that second session of transfusion or whatever, because if this one worked so well so far, I'm hoping that the second one will continue, and that there won't be any problems from it, or rejection of it, or there's infections from it, or any of that stuff. There are risks to this, but they really talk more about the the fact that 99%, if I have what they think I have, 99% are made well by the 5th procedure, with this technique. So that's a very good chance of survival. That's a very good, that's really good. Those are very good statistics, or whatever you want to call it. So at least it's not like only 1% survive type of thing. So I'm just waiting to see what He's already been doing stuff through me, through all this. It's been a lot of pain and suffering. I've had a lot to offer up. A lot. I mean, I've never been in so much pain and suffering and loneliness and just every kind of just terrible thing. This is horrific. It really is. I wouldn't wish it on the devil. But through it, like I said, I've been seeing little miracles and being able to share my testimony with many people. I've been praying with people all over, praying for patients. People are listening to me and they're amazed. Even here, it's working. The ministry is working. So I didn't ever think I would have to go do it this way, but so yeah, that's it. We just keep on pushing through, and I'm doing the best I can, fighting for my life here. But in the meantime, God first. Because what is my life without Him, right? And that's it. So I think that the awesome part of this is that whether I live or die, people will remember this. Hopefully these videos will go far and wide. They might edify and encourage, iron sharpens iron, and build people up in their faith. And it might encourage people who are also suffering from similar illnesses or lethal illnesses to keep going. Like, don't lose your faith. Keep going. That's my goal. Keep going to the end. I know it's painful. I know it's scary. I know we're facing death, but keep going. Because it would be a terrible, stupid thing to come all this way and suffer for all these years and then just lose your faith at the last minute, lose your soul. Like, no. That's not an option. Failure is not an option. So if I'm dying, we're going to die a Christian. We're not going to lose our faith. I don't want to go down. I don't want to go to hell. And I don't want to fail God, at the last moment. That would be stupid. I've gone through so much already in all these years. And the Lord has done so much for me. So much. I mean, I can never. It's going to take me all eternity in heaven to thank Him for what He's done for me. So, in my life, how many times He saved my life, literally, from certain death, and all kinds of calamities and troubles and financial troubles and persecutions and kidnappings, and 3 times kidnapped, really, literally, 3 times in my life. I don't even want to get into it. And He's gotten me through. He got me out each and every time. I can't thank Him enough. So if you wonder why I love Him so much, one, I'm commanded to, but He's my Father. He's easy to love. How can you not love someone who would die for you on a cross like that? And on top of it, keep putting up with my garbage for all these years and forgiving me and giving me a chance and using me mightily and saving my butt from imminent danger so many times when I don't deserve it. I'm a sinner who has merited. I've merited these sufferings, and I deserve hell. So, the fact that He is so good to me all these years, even when I was a terrible, terrible, abominable sinner, yeah, I love Him. And I loved my earthly dad, but he don't compare to God. And my earthly dad and I were thick as thieves, and I loved him. And you know what? I was blessed to have such an amazing earthly father, but God is the Father of all. And He's the Father of all fathers, and He is everybody's Father. And I'm telling you, when you get to know Him, He is such a loving, patient, merciful, awesome Father. He really is. He's strict, yes, because He doesn't want us to get out of line for our own good, and because we have to represent Him. He is the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. So, He expects His children to have their all ducks lined up in a row, But he expects us to carry ourselves as the royal children of God that we are. You know, if you're a girl, you're a princess. If you're a boy, you're a prince. And God is the king, and he's your father. I mean, we have to realize that you can't carry yourself like just a normal godless person in this world. I'm not saying be filled with pride or spiritual pride, but you have to have dignity. You need to know who you are and the value of that. And this world and the devil want to take that from you. They don't want you to realize how powerful you really are and your purpose and who you are. Satan is mad because he lost everything. And he's got nothing but fire and brimstone to look forward to. And so he can't hurt God, so he wants to get back at God. So the only way he can hurt God is by hurting his precious little human children. You know, just like if somebody were to go after your children, you'd probably wish that you were killed instead of them, right? So you'd take their place, right? Because you love them. What good parent wouldn't? They don't want to outlive their children. And so God doesn't want any of us to be harmed or in hell forever, where he loses us forever. And so, you know, but he can't force us to do what's right. And if we don't do what's right, we can't get there to heaven. So the devil is mad. He does not want us to have what he lost. I mean, he really had it made up there. And we are going to have it made even better. Like, imagine this. Don't forget that when you get to heaven, Jesus says that mankind will judge even the angels. We will be above the angels. So no wonder fallen angels hate us so much, because we're not even as powerful as them. They were above us, and then they fell, and they have nothing to look forward to anymore, and we have eternity in heaven to look forward to, and they lost that. They have nothing but fire and brimstone to look forward to. So yeah, they're pretty ticked off, and they want us to suffer with them. They don't want us to be able to inherit what they lost, and they certainly don't want us judging them. You know, they don't want a human being. They think we're apes. They don't want us above them and judging them, you know, and when God raises us above them, they have a problem with that. You can understand, you know. That would be like you working for a company really hard your whole life, and you're up for a promotion or a CEO position, and then somebody who off the street who just walks in one day, who's not even qualified, never worked there a day in their life, gets the position that you deserve. I think you'd probably quit at that point, or be pretty ticked off that some young person who doesn't even have your experience or work ethic or degree or whatever or time in just walks into a job and becomes your boss, and you've been waiting and working hard for that. I've had that happen to me many times, and it's not fun. I quit usually. I'm not going to put up with that. When I know that I've worked very hard and I earned it, and they go and give it to someone else because they know them or a friend of a family or whatever, it's like, no, absolutely not. They don't even. And then, look, I've had that happen where I was up for a property management position, and then they took it from me and gave it to some woman who had no experience whatsoever. She was a stay-at-home, rich, wealthy snob mother or wife. I don't even know if she has kids. And had no idea about real estate, no idea about property management. I had been working there for years, worked my way up from leasing to assistant manager to, you know, property manager. And all of a sudden they come in, and this woman, because her husband or whatever knows somebody in the corporate office, and he asked for them to give his wife a job, probably because she was nagging him. And he was a dirty lingerie designer in New York, some big fashion whatever. So this woman comes in, nose up, and walks in and says, yeah, that's my desk now, and made me train her in everything. So I had to basically train my replacement, and I wasn't happy about that. And I became her assistant and her peon and whipping post. And she never even did her job. And so she made me do her job and my job and leasing, because she made me fire everybody. So I had to do multiple jobs. And she would come in and go whenever she wanted and did nothing. So finally I got smart. And on my birthday, I decided I'm going to give myself a good birthday present, especially after what she did to me. she kept saying, oh, you're poor, you'll never have a nice car like me, you'll never, oh, I bet you love my BMW out there, I bet you love my Mercedes, oh, I'm gonna be selling it, but you'll never be able to afford it, so otherwise, I mean, I could probably just give it to you, I mean, as a gift, but you know what, nah. And then, so on my birthday, she gives me a card with like a Mercedes or whatever on the front of it, and inside, happy birthday, Steve, this is the closest you'll ever get to having one of these. I hope you enjoy it. That was a big slap in the face. So I said, yeah. I was like, you know what? Thank you so much for the birthday gift, but I got myself a birthday gift too. It's like, oh, really? What's that? And I'm like, I quit. What? You can't just quit. Not, you can't, you can't just do that to me. I don't know how to do the job. I'm like, well, that's your problem. I'm leaving. Bye. And she's like, no, please get back here. Don't do that. I can't do it. I'm like, lady, that's your problem. I am done. I am not going to walk your dog and clean up its poop and go do your dry cleaning and do all your work and fire people and hire and do all, no. I get paid minimum, like, what, $12 an hour, and you're making like $56,000 a year with full benefits. I don't think so. I'm here from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m., and you come and go whenever you want. Sometimes you don't even show up at all. I'm managing like 4 properties. No. Bye. And I left. So she tried to retaliate by trying to hold my paycheck and lie about my employee file, but I was smart because I knew I was going to be probably quitting. So the night before my birthday, I went into the employee files and made copies of everything so that she couldn't say something in there that was not true. And she tried to use that against me. She goes, I have your files. I'm like, actually, you don't. I have them. You went through my desk? I'm like, actually, it was my desk. And yeah, I took my file. So, nice try. You got nothing on me, and you're not going to make me look bad to the company. So she goes, you can't do that. And I'm like, and it's illegal what you're doing. So here's what we're going to do. You're going to give me my paycheck, all of it, right away. Or I'm going to bring this file to the main office. I'm going to tell them everything, and I'm going to get a lawyer. No. That's not necessary. Fine. What do you want? How much you want? I want all of it. Whatever it is. Well, I'll give you $300. No, give me my $700 for the week. Oh, you're smarter than I thought you were. I got to give you credit. I'm like, yep, I'm not stupid. So that was when I was, 25 years old? And I've gotten smarter since. So that's I don't even know why I told you that story, but I've been through some stuff in life, and I'm sick and tired of always being a peon and a doormat. I'm meek, but I'm not weak, folks. Don't make a mistake. I'm not stupid. I'm meek and nice and humble, but I am not stupid and I'm not a doormat. So, whatever. So anyway, I've been through stuff, and I will get through this too, I hope. God willing. Because without God, I'm not going to make it. But with Him, and you know what? I just have a hope and feeling that I can't get rid of. That God has brought me so far. Why would He end me now? Why would He bring me this far and then just bail out on me and let me die a horrible death? I don't know. I can't imagine Him doing that. I think He's doing something with this. I really do. I think He's gonna heal me and make people have faith. And I think that with all these people around the world praying for me, it's already being effective. I think my ministry is probably stronger than ever. I think this is going to help a lot more people, especially the sick, those who are hopeless, those who are lacking hope and faith, who feel like it's too late, I want you to fight. Like, if you're a cancer patient, fight. But you're going to need Jesus. So please give your life to Christ and see what He does. Either way, whether you live or die, at least you're going to have heaven. Don't be stupid. Don't be an atheist to the grave, please. Don't be mad at God for this. Even if He allows it, don't be mad at Him, because there's a reason. It's helping you. I'm sure it's helping me more than it's hurting me, and it hurts. Sometimes God's got to break you down to rebuild you into something He needs, So this could be a test. He's often tested many of His servants to see if they're qualified, like gold through a fire, right? And this terrible suffering could have made me easily get angry at God, lose my faith, give up hope, anything. That's what the devil wants. He's sitting there waiting for me to just roll over and die, or say, oh, it's over. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to give him the satisfaction. You know what I'm going to do? If I do die, I'm going to be like, forgive me, but here you go, devil. Because, you've been a thorn in my side my entire life. And you're really, really pushing it now. So, no. I'm not going down without a fight. And so I will do the best I can, as long as I can, to help make people believe in Jesus, because he deserves it and he's real, and to fight and to evangelize and to sharpen iron, iron sharpens iron, and to edify and to instill hope and faith and rebuild people up. Because, I've been seeing a lot of people like me in this hospital, and they're alone and they're scared and they're sick and they're dying. And I've tried to minister to them and pray for them and cheer them up. And, I'm not alone in this. It's no compensation, it's no, what do you call it? No, whatever. It doesn't, it's no consolation, but, I'm not alone in the suffering. There's many of us here. And I'd hate to think of the people here that don't have Christ. And that really stinks. So I'm trying to make sure that if these videos go far and wide, they might reach other people with cancer or going through terrible times, and instill hope to keep on going, Christian. And if you're not a Christian, be a Christian and be saved, and, fight for your life, especially for your eternal life. That's more important. And never give up. Don't give the devil satisfaction. Don't give it to him. Just die with a smile. Fight with a smile. Pray. Stay in the faith. Hold on to Jesus' garment with all your might. You need him. I need him. I could not have made it this far without him. I'm telling you, I couldn't. So, with that said, I'm going to let you go now, because it's visiting hours are over and it's time for quiet time. And, I really need to get off this phone today and finish my meal before they take it away. And my hand is tired. And I think I've said enough. And I'm repeating myself over and over again. So, but I gotta say that, it's amazing how I can belt out scripture passages that are very relevant to what I'm going through. And that just proves even more that the Bible is not just a book or a fairy tale. It's true. It is. That's why it's called the truth. Because the Bible is literally Jesus in word form, on paper. So, he's the life, the truth, and the way, and so is that Bible. And so you need it. I suggest you read it. And, ask God to place that in your heart so that you'll always have it in here and know the right thing to say at the right time. And you'll have these scriptures coming out like you memorized the whole Bible. Because that's the Holy Spirit. That's what he does. And that's it. So, God bless. Godspeed. Please keep praying for me, because like I said, we have a long way to go. Tomorrow could be a terrible day. I don't know. But I'm not going to worry about it, because today has enough problems of its own to worry about. Yesterday's over, so no point in looking back. And one day at a time. I don't like this right now, especially in these end times. But it is what it is. So, who knows what's going to happen. So, we'll see. So keep staying tuned, and you'll either see a miracle or a funeral. But either way, you're going to see someone keep the faith. And I really hope that it instills stronger faith in all of you. And that this ministry does not fall on deaf ears, but helps many around the world. That's all I want to do. I told Jesus I want to bring millions to him somehow. I didn't think it was going to have to be this way. At least I hope not. But he works in mysterious ways, and his ways are not our ways. His thoughts are not our thoughts. And his will, not mine. So this is how he does things, I guess. And anyway, this is my lot in life. That's all I know. This is my lot. Everybody's different. So I have to fulfill his will, plan, and purpose for my life. Whether blessed or cursed or painful or happy, it's not up to me. When I gave my life to him, I gave my life to him. And I said, it's up to you now. I surrender. I live for you now. That's it. So do with me as you will. When you do that, you better mean it, because you don't know what he's going to do. And a lot of times, as we learned from the saints, it could be brutal. But amazingly, all the saints still died with a smile on their face, no matter how torturous their death. Isn't that amazing? They said more pain, more suffering. They kept asking for more suffering. I'm asking God, no more, please take it away. So I'm a terrible saint here. But the rest of them are asking, no, give me more. And then when they get to heaven, they say, oh, I wish I can go back to heaven. I wish I can go back to earth and suffer more. And I'm like, are you out of your mind? I want to go up there and get away from the suffering, and you want to go back and suffer more? See, I'm terrible at this. But I'm not Padre Pio. So I'm not meant to be. I'm doing the best I can here, folks. And I will tell you something else before I go. Positive. My stepmother called me today. I prayed a lot for her. I offered up so much of it. I keep crying because it was so painful. You don't know what I've been going through here. And at night, the excruciating pain. And I just laid there and I'm like, Lord, somebody needs this. Somebody needs this. Fine. I offer it up for whoever needs it, especially for my stepmother, especially for my sisters and my niece. Please, I forgive them, save them. Don't hold their sins against them, right? And finally today, like the Bible says, there'll be tears at night, but joy in the morning. It's been a pretty good day, and less pain, a lot less pain. Praise God. But I didn't think I was going to survive the night. And all I could do was keep offering it up. You know, I didn't want to waste it. I said, Lord, I'm not going to waste this. Not 1 ounce of this am I going to waste. If I have to endure this, it's going to save someone. So I just kept uniting my sufferings with Jesus' sufferings on the cross through his passion. And because you know how much he went through. And this pales in comparison. And matter of fact, I got my butt handed to me last night by a Christian named Dave. He was a nurse, and he was a huge African-American bodybuilder. I mean, this dude looked like Mr. T. He was huge, muscles. Big teddy bear, but huge. And I'm like, oh, what are you, a bodybuilder? He's like, by day, nurse by night. And I'm like, okay, well, are you a Christian? He's like, absolutely. And then he had to stick me with needles, and I'm like, oh, man. He's like, have faith. I'm like, are you sure you're going to know what you're doing? Please don't poke me 5 times like everybody else. Have faith. And he got it with 1 stick. And I'm like, okay. And then he's like, man, you need to have more faith. I'm like, well, I do in God, but I don't know about you and that big needle you're sticking in me. Then he goes, stop complaining about your suffering. And I'm like, he's like, all you've been doing tonight is complaining about how much pain you're in. And I'm like, have a little compassion. I'm in a lot of pain right now. He goes, you just compared your suffering with Jesus's. That does not compare at all with, and I'm like, well, I said I offered up with his, and it's like his. And he's like, it is nothing like his at all. You have no idea. And I'm like, I know, I shouldn't have said that. He's like, no, you shouldn't have. He's like, don't ever compare your sufferings with the Lord's. And he walked out, and I'm like, excuse me, I wasn't trying to be equal to Jesus. I don't ever wish that for myself. But I'm saying, he misunderstood me, obviously. And he's probably Protestant anyway. I think he was. So he doesn't understand the whole offering the suffering thing up and, joining your suffering with Christ. And so he totally misunderstood what the Catholic view on this, but whatever. So that's all I did last night was lay in my bed in agony because they took my pain meds away and only gave me Tylenol and it was not doing anything. And I'm talking severe pain throughout my shoulders, my arms, my legs, my back. It was like, I wanted to sleep so bad and I couldn't because I was just in tears. So finally he let me sit in the chair and it was much better, and I got a little sleep between like 6 and 7, and then all the doctors came in, and then I fell asleep throughout the day whenever I could before people woke me up. So it's constant waking up, and you wake up to someone sticking a needle in your arm, you wake up to someone putting blood pressure cuffs on you, you're sticking flashlights in your eyes, and it's just like, let me sleep, darn you. You're supposed to sleep at night. Well, I can't because you took my pain meds away. So anyway, well, that's because my blood pressure is all messed up and they don't want me on pain meds, which increase the blood pressure. Whatever. So anyway, my stepmother called. We actually had probably the most decent conversation in many years. And finally, she talked to me about what I've been going through, and I think she finally understands and believes how serious this is and has been. And I said, I tried to tell you last week when you called, but you became the way you are, and you wouldn't listen to me, and you kept, telling me I'm full of it and exaggerating and all that. And then I said, listen, you need to realize where my life insurance policy is and that you're the number one listed on it, and start getting ready because the doctors are telling, like last week, they were telling me you might die. And so I was trying to tell her, I'm like, listen, you need to listen to me. This is serious. Oh, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. You're always dying. You always have a problem. You're always in the hospital. There's always some kind of illness. It never ends with you. And I'm like, would you just listen to me? I'm trying to talk to you. This is serious. No. So I ended up getting angry and saying F you and hanging up on her. And, of course, I had to confess that, and I felt terrible, but even though she deserved it, because I'm going through all of this, and she has no clue, because she hasn't even been, didn't care and pay attention. So we talked about that, and she's still not really going to be very active in this, but I think she realizes now the severity. And, I couldn't help but bawl my eyes out. I was trying to talk to her about everything I've been going through. And I was speechless at some points. I couldn't stop crying. So I think she finally realizes, I was telling her what was going on and this and that. But she had to be her normal self again. Just be optimistic. You're always negative and pessimistic. Why don't you be optimistic? I'm like, why don't you deal with reality once in a while? Okay, I am being positive. I'm a Christian. I read my Bible. I pray. I've been a blessing to a lot of people here. I'm not giving up. I don't know what you're talking about. I just am telling you the reality. This may go either way. So you need to understand that. So if you're going to basically visit me, you better do it now. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. Oh, you'll be fine. Well, okay, fine. Then don't visit me. I'm just telling you. You might regret. So she's always going to be the way she's going to be. So it was the most, how do you say, I don't know the words for it. I guess one of the nicest conversations we've had in many years. But still, she had to throw in her whatever. But it doesn't matter. And I told her, I said, listen, whatever happens, I love you and I forgive you, and I hope you forgive me for whatever it is that you're upset with me about, because I don't even know what it is anymore. But whatever, you need to forgive and forget. And so, hold on. There's another emergency going on over here. So anyway, so that was nice. So there have been some positive blessings, and I really see God's hand in it. I feel like I'm in the boat with Jesus and the disciples during the storm, but this time Jesus doesn't stop the storm. He's just like, listen, relax. I'm not going to stop your suffering. I'm not going to stop the storm, but I will be with you through it. And that's all I got for you. You'll understand why one day, but you're just going to have to deal with it. You want to walk close with me? The closer you get to me, the heavier the cross, the more the suffering. You want to be like me, right? You want to be saint, right? You asked me for a lot, Stephen, right? Well, here it is. Welcome to being one of my disciples. Welcome to being a modern day saint. Welcome. You honored all these things. All the saints suffered. Almost all of them suffered terribly. Okay? None passed the crucible. None escaped the cross. So don't think you're going to just waltz into here after all I've done for you and all you've asked of me and just slip into heaven easy like the Protestants think they're going to do. So that's it. It will be what it will be. And again, the nights here are terrible sometimes, even the days. But in the morning, usually, there's hope and visitors and people praying for me and praying with me. And so I have to go through this for whatever reason. And it hurts. It really does really suffer a lot, cause a lot of suffering. But if I'm helping at all to get any of you to love him, to really take your faith seriously, because we're going into whether I'm with you or not. I don't know if God is going to allow me to be here much longer, and I don't know if I'm going to have to be here through the mark of the beast system and everything that's right around the corner, and the Antichrist and all the things that are happening soon. And I feel bad for all of us if we're here through it. But so if I die, I get to escape that. And maybe that's what's happening. But I'll go through it with you if God lets me. I'm not looking forward to it. But I want to have more time to lead more souls to Christ and do more, greater things. And I can't do that if I'm dead. So, I'm hoping and praying for a miracle, and that's it. And so it's out of my hands. I'm in God's hands now, whatever happens. And I do think, I hope anyway, I have this hope that I will be here, and that he's going to do something, and that he's already doing something with this. That it's probably going to help a lot of people somehow, encourage a lot of people, maybe strengthen faith. I'm not trying to be proud or, look down my nose at anybody when I say this. I'm not trying to be spiritually proud or haughty. But if I can do this, folks, and I'm going through the crucible here, I am going through a lot. It is not easy. Without my faith, without his grace, I could not do this. I could never do this. Then for those of you who are healthy, there's no excuse for you. If some people like me can do this to the end, no matter what, you have no excuse. And I mean that. And he's going to say that. So better hear it from me than hear it from him on Judgment Day. So please, if you're blessed with good health, wealth, whatever, you better get yourself in order. Now, we're running out of time. And he needs his children down here. He needs his servants. We are the church militant. You better start acting like an army. We have to fight for souls in any capacity. If I can do it from the stupid chair in a hospital, then you guys out there in the world right now who think you're just going to go to church on Sunday and just go work your 9 to 5 and live your life and go to Disney World, shame on you. That's why the end times have come upon us sooner than they had to, because he said he's going to shorten the days. And you know why? Because he counted on his church around the world to do their job, and we failed him miserably. Overall, we failed him. So busy squabbling back and forth between Protestant and Catholic and this and that, and ours is the real church and this is the real church and you're not saved, and by chasing after each other, going around in circles, and the devil laughs. Meanwhile, we're at each other's throats, and we're becoming liberal, lukewarm, pew warmers, and apostate, and the devil's laughing as he's stealing ground and millions of souls by the day. And that should not be happening, and the blood of these people are on our hands. And Jesus said, when I come back, I'm going to judge my church first and harsher than the rest of the world, because you ought to know better. You claim to be my Christian children, and you claim to be going to church. You know my word. You know my ways. How can you do this? How can you fail? Shame on you. I counted on you. I needed you. I said it 2,000 years ago. I'm going to go be with the Father, but I send you out like sheep among wolves. Preach to the end of the earth until I return. Are most of you doing that? What are you doing? Did I not say feed the hungry, shelter the homeless, clothe the naked, visit the imprisoned, visit the hospitalized, take care of the widows and the orphans? Did you not hear me? How many of you are doing that? Oh, I know you have a job and a husband and wife and kids. Oh, but you got to be a Christian first. God first. First commandment. How many of us are doing that? We're living our own lives. We think we're just going to go to heaven because we believe in John 3:16. We go to church on Sunday. And maybe we try to fight for our own self and our family. But Jesus said, no. So that you and your household might be saved, go out there and go to the strangers. Go to the widows, the homeless, the imprisoned, those kind of people. Don't just love the people who love you back. Love those who don't know you and love you. Because where's the reward in that if you only love those who love you, like family and friends? You need to go and bring my love to those who don't know you and don't know me. Then you'll get a reward. So, how many of us worldwide are doing our job? Few. Very few. And I'm trying. And it seems like the more I try, the more I get restrained. Now look at me. But I haven't stopped. So I don't want to hear it anymore. And I'm sure the Lord don't want to hear it anymore. There is no more excuses. And we are running out of time to get this message out. And to get people to know and love and serve God. Before they can't anymore. Before Bibles are taken away. Before we're all martyred. You understand? And if you're not willing to die for Christ, then what are you doing as a Christian? Because there's a very good chance that you and I will be martyred. So, I think people need to realize this. Okay? Because it's coming sooner than you realize. And did I not say how many times last year and the year before that you would soon see huge tornado outbreaks, and that's just the beginning. Earthquakes are going to ramp up, volcanic eruption. Oh my gosh, it is going to be the tribulation, and it's already begun. Do you not see it? The Euphrates River is run dry. The angels are released from the bottom of the Euphrates River. CERN opened the portal to hell during the April 8th eclipse. All these things in Revelation have come to pass so far and are going to continue. Like dominoes. You are not paying attention, are you? Most of you. Even Christians I talk to, Catholics I talk to, have no clue. And it's like, I want to slap you upside the head and wake you up. You're just, oh, come on, don't worry about it. I'm not saying to focus on just the end times. You need to focus on Jesus. But you need to realize where we're at on the timeline. All these other stupid things get pushed aside, and you need to focus on what's most important. I wish I can get out of here and get to my job. Go do it. But I'm stuck here right now. So I'm counting on the rest of you who are capable to continue doing these things. Please. I sound like St. Paul. I'm not him. I know that Jesus is expecting the same. He's coming soon, and he needs us to be ready, and he needs us to do the best we can in the time we have left. I'm not expecting a huge revival here, but I am asking you to do your best. So whether I'm here for much longer or not, I don't want you to lose your faith just because if I'm not here, if I die. I need you to continue on without me and, do better than me. Please, don't make my life and ministry be in vain. I don't want God being disappointed with me. I don't want to be disappointed. I've worked hard at this, and I've suffered for it, and I've earned it, and I want you guys to, to succeed and I want us all there saved in heaven, and it ain't easy, folks. Narrow is the way and few enter it. You've got to be among the few and the brave. There's nothing more important in this world than this. So please get it through your head and understand. That's all I got for you. Godspeed to us all, and God bless. And please keep the prayers coming in for me, because I need them. Oh, do I need them. And I love you all, and I thank you all for following me all these years, and for being my friends, and for caring about me, even when my own family doesn't, because you're my family. I don't have a worldly family anymore, but God gave me a new family in Christ. And that family is millions and billions strong all over the world. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful. I'm glad I've met you all. I'm glad that you've been my friend and cared about me and prayed for me all these years. And I'm glad that I've been able to do what I've done in my ministry. And, you know, I'm not saying goodbye right now. I'm just in case, you know. But I really feel like I'm going to beat this. And I hope. And either way, it's up to God. So we got to be ready for either. And I need you to be strong, whether I'm here or not. Whether you see a miracle or not. Okay? Please, please do this. Alright, well, I will catch you when I can next. I don't even know if this is filming properly, because to keep saying slow connection, what do you know? There's always some kind of interference. So, I don't even know if anybody's watching this, or if it's even being video recorded properly. And I know most people aren't going to watch this whole thing, so they're missing out on a good message as usual, and whatever. So, but anyway, it's a good way for me to pass the time and get my mind off of stuff, is to talk to all of you on here and leave my legacy, I guess, and you know, just keep encouraging everybody that we're so close, you know, so close. And it gets harder. The last lap is always the hardest, and we're there. So just keep going. You have to. And that is why you don't forsake fellowship. You need to keep being strong for one another and edifying one another and encouraging and enabling and helping one another, while at the same time going after the lost sheep in the world. And there are more of them than there are of us. So you've got your hands full. You've got plenty of work to do. What did Jesus say? The harvest is plenty. The servants or laborers are few. We are the servants, the laborers, and the crop, the harvest, the souls out here that still need to know about Jesus are enormous. And it's way too much work for the few laborers that are out here. We're doing the work of 10 people each. It's not, or maybe 100 people each. It's not supposed to be that way. So if more of you would actually get off your butt and be a real Christian and do your job, we'd make a lot more progress. All right. God bless. Oh, and prayer is very powerful. And everybody can at least pray.